Okay, we're showing how to put a round ring rail together. Everybody has a hard time with. I put the form on the ground. Here's a little hammer. See if I can get that in there. So, a rubber mallet. Put the little clips on the top of it. And I go all the way around like that. Usually, if you have the track, you can do it with or without the track. You don't need to use the paper track. If you don't get one, just put the plastic clips on top of it. You might find that you need two people to do this. So, you do the plastic, you have enough clips to do both sides, right? Top and bottom. So I'm just starting with putting the bottom down. I'm experimenting myself here also, just seeing which one I like the best. But this seems to work okay. And you put it all together this way. You put in the front, basically you put the hole that is a little farther away from the edge. There are two boards with a hole in it. One is for the tap at the bottom. That one is the one that is a little further away. And then there's one that goes on the top. And after you have gotten all this together, you just put the 3 stainless steel rings around it. These clips are actually a good way of doing it all. What I will find out in a minute is if I left enough space for the last board. The one with, yeah, I need enough space for 2. This is going to be, see, this hole is a little closer to the edge. So this hole goes to the back. Okay. Now I have to get in one more board, and that don't have enough space, and that's because I have the bottom not tight. So what I'm going to do, I think, is to see if I can create a little bit more space. Actually, can I do it like this? And maybe the other way too. That might not be enough to get all of it, all the space we need. Using the form, this is an issue, of course, that happens. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little cheat. I'm going to put this one at the top in there. See if I can make that work. Hammer this down with the hammer a little bit. Okay. Put the other one on there. So, and then at least what I can do temporarily is put one ring around it already to hold it all together. I will do the ring in the back. Now it's very important that this T-piece is slipped over. Take the nut off. Now I need to get it. see if I can get just enough thread on it to hold this. See if I have a tool to tighten that up. Hopefully that holds it together. For now, I can actually put one at the top temporarily too. What I did is, once we had the whole round together, and we still have to do that, because of the form I used, I didn't have enough space. So I just put one band around it loosely, put another band around it. That I did pretty tight. You can actually use an 11mm, which is sort of like a 7/16 spanner, and do it with that wrench. Now I'm just going to turn it over. We haven't done this too much, so I don't know how this goes. We do 2 people, that's easy enough. So, and then you remove the form. You can also do this without the form, and many boxes don't have the form in it. If you don't have the form, that's fine. See, now you have enough space. And now what you do is just put all these other, you can, if you want, you can do all these, the plastic also on this tight. That's only if you want to leave the plastic on it, but you don't have to do it anymore since you got it in. But what I would do is just tap these all down so they're all even height. This is going to be the bottom. I'm just going to make it as level as I can, put them all the same height. And then all I do at this point is put the other band around it. You can use the clips if you wanted to. You can start with the clips, or you can do it without. I do the same thing, make sure that I do all the bands in the same direction. Usually I do them all with the top onto the same direction, same location, square the back. A hand to just line it all up is a good idea. So I'm going to put this on there. And then what you do is, this just needs to be an inch from the top roughly, just around. Now I take my little spanner, and this is a little bit tedious because you're going to have to do all of these. And this is sort of slow going. And while you're doing this, you basically take your, you make sure that the boards keep lining up just fine. They sort of come into place because all they are slanted. All the boards have a slight slant on the edges. They're not straight cut, they're inward. So they are a little narrower on the inside and narrow and a little wider on the outside, which makes sense, of course, because the inside the diameter is a little shorter than the outside diameter. See, now I just make sure that everything is lining up nicely. And then I just keep going until this is pretty tight. Just tight that I can reasonably get it without going crazy.